Have you ever found yourself in a disagreement and wished for better ways of finding answers? Or are you one of those people who will think after the conversation is over, oh my God, I should have communicated in this way. I completely missed out on that point. If you have been through difficult conversations and search for communication tools, then you're in the right place. Now, let's explore the world of conflict resolution together and learn how to turn difficult conversations from confrontation to collaboration. Stay tuned. Hey, you are listening to Dream 100 Business Show podcast with Savitha Hosamane. We at Dream 100 Business Show are on a mission to help business owners to move to the next level in their personal and business journey by helping them to make smarter decisions. In this show, we decode what goes on in the minds of successful business owners during challenging times and how they converted their dreams into profitable products or services. In today's episode, we will explore about the power of effective communication in conflict resolution. Whether you find yourself in a disagreement at work or within your family, or sometimes even among your friends, the way we communicate can either escalate tensions or pave the way for understanding and resolution. Whether you are a seasoned business owner or just embarking on your entrepreneurial journey, these insights are designed to make a tangible impact. Let's dive into today's episode of Dream 100 Business Show with Savitha Hosamane, the podcast where dreams meet business reality and empower ourselves with the skills to turn conflicts into stepping stones for success. So, now here are the 10 tips to enhance communication during conflict resolution. The first tip during any kind of conflicts which is happening is to listen first. Listen actively. Practice active listening by giving your full attention to the other person. And always repeat back what you have heard so as to ensure mutual understanding. If I am not wrong, is this what you are saying? Have I understood right? And when the other person says yes, that means that you have listening very actively to them. The second tip is stay calm and composed. During conflicts, it is natural for emotions to flare up. So, at that point of time, watch your emotions and see to it that your emotions are in check and do not react immediately, but respond. Take a moment to collect your thoughts before you respond. The third tip is that always use I statements, meaning to say, when you are expressing your feelings or needs using I statements, you will sound less accusatory. For example, you can always say that I feel upset instead of saying that you always make me upset. The third tip is that empathize with the other person. Try to understand what the other person is trying to say, their perspective, and acknowledge their feelings as well. Be empathetic by recognizing their point of view. Maybe you might not agree to whatever they are saying, but let's agree to disagree, right? The fifth tip is that avoid blaming and finger pointing. Focus on what the specific issue is at hand rather than saying, you're always like this. Use neutral language to discuss behaviors or actions without attacking the other person. You can always state that when somebody shows this kind of behavior, I feel upset. The sixth tip is that always choose the right time and place, because sometimes when you are in an tensed environment, it can blow out of proportion. So see to it that you select a calm and a private environment so that you can have room for discussion. And choose a time when both the parties can focus without any kind of distractions. The seventh tip is that always seek clarity and keep asking questions. Clarify any point that might be unclear so that it will prevent misunderstandings. Ask open ended questions to encourage the other person to share their perspective. Can you explain a bit more? Can you tell me more about this? I am not exactly understanding what you are trying to say. So, when you give this kind of a open-ended question, then it gives room for the other person to open up and say what exactly they are meaning to say. The eighth tip is that use non-verbal communication. Pay attention to the other person. Your body language, your tone of voice, and your facial expressions matter. Non-verbal cues can impact the message which you are trying to convey. When the other person is speaking, just nod your head and look into the other person's eyes so that they feel that they are being heard. The ninth tip is that focus on solutions and not just problems. When you are sitting together and say that, okay, I understand these are the topics that need attention. So now, what is the way to move forward? How do we arrive at the next step? Can you tell what is it that you want to do regarding this matter? And this is what I want to do. Can we arrive at some kind of a solution? So, when you start brainstorming together, there will be mutually beneficial outcomes that will come out of this. Last but not the least, know when to take a break. During conflicts, it is natural for emotions to escalate and things go out of hand. So, when you realize that you are not heading anywhere, it's okay. Just take a break to cool down. Agree on a specific time to revisit the discussion after both parties have had time to reflect. So remember that effective communication is a skill and it can be developed over a period of time. By incorporating these tips into your conflict resolution approach, you can create a more constructive and a respectful dialogue. From active listening to using I statements, we will transform the way we approach difficult conversations. So don't forget to apply these tips in your business and personal interactions. Communication is at the heart of every successful situation. And now, before we sign off, a quick reminder to all the listeners to subscribe to the Dream 100 Business Show for more insightful conversations like this. If you have any specific topics you would like us to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out. Your feedback is invaluable. Thank you for tuning in. So, until next time, keep dreaming big and may your business journey be filled with success and meaningful conversations and connections. This is Savitha Hosamane signing off. Take care and stay inspired. And as usual, we are always waiting to hear from you. Thank you so much.